Hi, I'm Lynn Woodland, author of Making Miracles, Create New Realities for Your Life and Our World. Welcome to my video blog, where every month I address a different piece of the journey of self-actualization as it relates to the month we're in. And I like to fit the message with the season, because the cycles of nature just so beautifully portray the whole archetypal dance between light and dark, life and death, yin and yang, and all together create a template for the whole of human experience, with each season lending itself to a different kind of spiritual work and personal growth. So here we are in December, a holiday-packed time of year when one could almost overlook the deepening darkness and the inclination to hibernate that are so natural to this season. Now, people of not so many generations back actually used to sleep more in these long nights, but not us. We turn on the lights, indoors and out, fight nature's pull to just cozy in, and tend to schedule the splashiest late-night parties of the year. And instead of becoming quiet and introspective, we're more likely than ever to lose ourselves in a frenetic social whirl. There is, of course, something miraculous and hopeful happening this time every year, something truly worth celebrating. The simple, wondrous rebirth of light, where the ever-increasing darkness of fall finally gives way to the lengthening days of winter and spring. The many spiritual holidays celebrated within days or weeks of the winter solstice all echo our instinctive understanding of light's importance to our physical survival and our spiritual renewal. Light is an often used metaphor for all things wise and wonderful. We see the light, or find light at the end of a tunnel, or a silver lining around every dark cloud. It's easy to give credit for all things good to the light and simply ignore the power of dark. Darkness, with its opposite connotations of fearfulness or depression or ignorance or death. Yet here we are in a time of year where it's difficult to deny the presence of darkness, as hard as we may try. And what's more, whatever we ignore inevitably has a way of sneaking up from behind and tripping us when we're not looking. This is certainly true of those aspects of self that we don't like, the ones we keep hidden in the dark nether regions of our being because they're too painful or too shameful or too imperfect to admit to ourselves, let alone other people. So here is a whole different kind of winter solstice ritual, one that really honors that moment of deepest darkness that has to happen before we can give ourselves over to the jubilant celebration of light. After all, this is the perfect time of year to give darkness its due, and for once to stop trying to ignore or artificially light it out of existence. And even though it may not inspire the cheerful exuberance of spring or summer, see if this exercise doesn't leave you feeling clearer, cleaner, and more ready to fully embrace the deep, quiet miracle of light that is the season's truest offering. As a starting place, take a moment to reflect on the year that's been. the one that's following its natural course and ending in darkness. And as you do this reflection, ask yourself, what are the standout points of darkness that you experienced this year? You know, those very worst of times, the biggest catastrophes, the deepest despair, the times you most want to forget ever happened. Take a moment just to recall these times, and as you bring these moments to mind, just notice the feelings that these memories evoke. We tend to suppress, ignore, or medicate pain out of existence. In much the same way, we artificially cover darkness with light. Unfortunately, all these pain coping methods don't ever really make pain go away. It just sends it underground until it eventually grows too big to ignore. So this time, instead of sending one more bit of pain to the dark, crowded storage locker of your psyche, this time, simply be with it. And notice how it feels in your body. As you contemplate these points of darkness and notice how they feel, is that feeling a sinking experience in your gut? Or perhaps an empty place in your heart? Or a cloud of confusion around your head, or a lump in your throat, or a tense, armored feeling in your muscles, a clenched feeling in your jaw or fists, or even a fearfulness in your bowels. And instead of turning away from these raw places, this time, give them your full attention. Notice the sensation of the feeling in your body and just soften into it. Stop struggling. Stop thinking. Stop trying to move on or make it go away. Also let go of familiar interpretations and judgments you have around these feelings. Perhaps you tell yourself, my sadness is bottomless. If I truly feel it, I'll just fall deeper and deeper until I drown. Or you might tell yourself, my anger is wrong. I shouldn't have it. It will hurt someone. Tell yourself instead that as you stop resisting feeling, pain stops being pain and becomes something usable, something healing even. So go deeply enough into these dark parts of yourself until you feel your resistance letting go, struggle being replaced by surrender, tension turning into relaxation, fear giving way to an awareness that there is nothing to fear. And now imagine yourself in total darkness. Try doing this at night. Most of us can recall middle of the night anxieties where we lay awake in bed in the dark and our whole world looked dismal and dangerous in a way it seldom does during the day. But the darkness to imagine now is a different one altogether. Or perhaps it's the same, but we're different. Because this darkness is healing. So many of us on a spiritual path have invoked the healing power of light. But what about that of darkness? Imagine darkness around you now, like sheltering earth around a seed. And instead of imagining light pouring into all the wounded places of your soul, imagine darkness like a mother, drawing out of you the pain and doubt and worry, the resentment and confusion and fear, all the things that interfere with peace. Feel darkness absorbing into itself the thoughts, the memories, the patterns that keep you from being your true self. Let the dark take back to itself all the darkness in you, so there's nothing left but light. The light that needs no artificial or external inducement. The inner light that has always been there. And feel yourself in this dark, just like a caterpillar in its chrysalis, safe and sheltered, while a miraculous flurry of transformation is quietly underway. And last but not least, reflect again on those moments of darkness that have occurred in your life this year. And now, instead of feeling the pain, ask these points of darkness to show you their hidden blessings. How have you deepened or strengthened or changed direction? Or perhaps reached out to others? Or cared more deeply for yourself? How have you learned compassion or acceptance or forgiveness? How have you perhaps gained clarity or broken down barriers or found your tenderness? Or released stubbornness and ego? Or perhaps let others help you? How has your very definition of who you are changed? And give thanks. Give thanks for the power of darkness to polish, facet, and bring out the natural brilliance of your heart. And now consider sharing with another person the story of finding great blessing in this year's points of darkness. And let the power of your spoken word change your personal mythology, transforming defeats and losses into powerful stories of resurrection. So I'd love to hear any comments you might want to share with me, and you can always write to me at lynn@lynnwoodland.com. And check out my website. You can find all kinds of free downloads and recorded meditations. There's a place where you can leave a request for free distance healing and a number of other resources. And if you'd like to take a deeper dive into this kind of work, check out my year-long Miracles course, a comprehensive program of online materials and live webinar classes, one-to-one coaching, all for living a miraculous life. So until next month, namaste.